Hi everyone, I'm Allie Snow, and with me is HuskerOnline's Robin Washut. Nebraska looks to snap its record 11-game losing streak this weekend, on Monday actually, as it heads to Illinois. But we got a chance to talk to Fred Hoiberg and Thorir Thorbenarson after practice. But just what are the thoughts going in, and what does Nebraska need to do to get a win?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of more of the same, where Nebraska, to beat anybody, let alone going on the road and beating a really good Illinois team, they got to put together 40 minutes. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but recently these second half letdowns have been a real issue to the point where Fred Hoiberg is saying, I've literally tried everything in my repertoire to light a spark with these guys. I've kicked tables, I've hugged them, I've jumped on them, and nothing's worked. And so, they just got to figure that out, because until that problem gets solved, they're not going to beat anyone, because you cannot have those types of collapses, especially after playing so well in the first half, to just completely lose a game within a few possession stretch the way they have been. That needs to get fixed before anything else. But with Illinois specifically, Brad Underwood's hallmark with his system is his press defense. I mean, they are as aggressive from baseline to baseline defensively as any team, not only in the Big Ten, but maybe in college basketball. And now they have the horses to do it, where you're talking about a seasoned team that kind of learned the hard way last year. Most of them are all back, and they added in Kofi Cockburn, who is one of the best freshman big men in the country at 7 foot, 290 pounds. That guy's a load. So, I mean, there's a lot of challenges that present with Illinois, and Nebraska is going to have to be at its absolute best to have a chance. And, like I said, wash, rinse, repeat as far as the formula to win.
And Hoiberg kind of touched on the penalty-free transfer topic. What is the proposal? What were his thoughts on that after practice?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing with college basketball going on with, that thing's picking up a lot of momentum. Basically, long story short, it would allow college players to get one free pass on a transfer without having to sit out or apply for a waiver or anything like that, essentially kind of making it free agency in a lot of ways. And so there's a lot of people that are reluctant to it, but I think it's something that is going to happen inevitably, because right now the way it is with the complete inconsistency with the waiver process, where players that want to come back and move closer to home because their mom's sick or something like that get denied a waiver to be immediately eligible, whereas some guy loses out on a starting job and goes to another high power program and gets a waiver to play right away. So there's no rhyme or reason right now. And so Fred Hoiberg's his stance on the whole deal is, if you're going to allow transfers, make them eligible right away. If you're not, then across the board they have to sit out 1 year. Don't make it this subject to one case versus another as far as who gets to play right away and who doesn't. Make it a blanket process across the board. And so I think wasn't really willing to get too much into it because it's so hypothetical right now. But I think he kind of sees the writing on the wall, as do most coaches, that this is the type of thing that's going to happen eventually. And with Nebraska and their reliance on transfers, that could probably be a pretty good thing for them.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Robin. Nebraska and Illinois will tip off at 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on Big Ten Network. For Robin Washut, I'm Allie Snow, reporting for HuskerOnline.